Hey everybody, as you can see, I am not Marci. I may look like her, but I'm not her, and I'm definitely not Lance, as you can see from my luscious head of hair here. Although what I make up there, I lack on my face, but that's okay. And I am kind of taking over the homestead today. Milked the goats this morning, and now I'm out at my afternoon watering. You may be thinking there's no plants around you, Megan, and you're right. The plants have their own personal watering system, whereas the goats and chickens, we are their personal watering system. So I'm out here giving them some fresh water in the afternoon because it is getting pretty hot here in Oklahoma. So we come out midday and give them all fresh, cool water because their water, some of it's in the sun, some of it's in the shade, but both of them get pretty hot, and so we like to give them some fresh water. Sometimes when it's over 100 and super humid, we come out, we spray them down on their tummies and legs so they can be nice and cool. But it's mid-90s today, so we're just gonna fill up some water. All right, so the first thing I do is I come in, grab this bucket. This is their favorite water to drink out of, although they haven't drank much of it. And I take this bucket, and I already have a bucket down there, that red line. Thank you, Lefty. And I fill both of those up, and then I use that to go around and fill up the rest of them. So I don't know if anybody else has this problem, but since our hose is right here outside, the water in the hose gets pretty hot. So we have to let it run for a while before it even gets cool. So that's why I think all this grass is so tall. So we just sit here and water it like 3 times a day. But after that, I'm gonna fill up both these buckets and start distributing it. And of course, sometimes you have to take a quick break to give the little baby some loves. Yeah. You gotta take a break and give some of the ladies some loves. All right, so before I refill anything, I always take what we have and I dump it out on the ground, because the chickens love to peck at that dirty water. They love to peck at that dirty water. Now, if the pan's a little dirty, sometimes I'll just put a little bit of water in. Just kind of take my hand and break up some of the dirt. Dump that out again. More muddy water for the chickens to love. And then I fill it up. All right, now this guy is their favorite. As you can see, they're already waiting for me to dump it out. And the minute I dump it out, they come running. They love digging in this muddy water. Must bring all the good stuff up to the surface. So same with this guy. In the middle of the day, if it's a little dirty, I just take my hand and break up the dirt and then dump it out. Now, if it's morning or night and they've gotten really gross or something like that, we have an old dish brush that we keep over by the hose, and we use that to do a good deep clean every once in a while. But I'm sure, as many of you know who have chickens, they are not clean. So it's a daily battle trying to keep these water buckets clean. So now we got this bucket over here, and although normally it stays pretty cool, the chickens and goats tend to get a bunch of hay in it, so we normally fill that one up every time just because it's normally pretty gross. It's not too bad today, but I'm gonna go ahead and refill it anyways. And of course I have to come over and take one more little nutmeg break. She's just the sweetest thing ever. She's just sitting on the bench, having a snack, living her best life, being super cute, being everybody's favorite. All right, back to watering. All right, first things first is to put this bucket back. Now, while we come out here in the afternoon, we also go ahead and go into our stalls and look to see if there's any eggs, just because we think we're having a bit of a snake problem. Gotta flip on the light. I think we're having a bit of a snake problem, so we come out in the middle of the day to check them. And they love laying them all the way back here in this corner. Now, the funny thing is my mom can't really get down here and get them. My dad's a little too tall. He could do it if he got on his knees, so I'm the designated person to get the eggs back there. Then they made themselves a little nest out of the hay that's fallen down, and sometimes they lay them up here, but you know, why lay it in a nesting box when you can lay it in a hole on the ground? I mean, come on, common sense. And while I'm over here, I also have to check right back here behind this door. There actually aren't any back there, but we typically get quite a few back there. Now, I'm not sure what it is. Maybe it's the privacy. I don't know, but they love laying back there, don't they, Marty? All right. So the next container we fill is this guy. Now, no one really drinks out of this one, but it makes us feel better having one more cool one out here for them. All right, let's go get the last couple. All right, so this is our last big one. Again, they don't really drink out of this one either, but I think most of it just gets evaporated by the water until it's empty and we fill it up. But again, we like to know that they have options for nice cool water, so we fill it up. So this is about, I would say, the third or fourth time that I've come down here and filled these buckets up. So I'm gonna take one up to their favorite spot. I'm gonna take this other one down here that I brought out. I'm gonna take that down to the bucks to give them some fresh water. So I don't know if I said this before, but that little metal tin is their favorite place to drink. That and the muddy water over there, those are their two favorites. We keep that red bucket there just to make it seem like we gave them some more water, because I really don't think they drink out of it. They drink out of that tin and then they drink out of this. They kick it around like that and peck at it, and they have a great time doing it. All right, let's go give the bucks their water. All right, so I'm over in the bucks area. Here comes Huck. Finn is using the shade we built for him. And you see, we had this big water thing. That's right here. And it wasn't always here. It used to be kind of over there in that grass. So we thought, well, let's move it to the shade, so maybe it'll stay cooler. But that one, I swear they don't drink out of it anymore. That used to be the only water they drank out of. They wouldn't drink out of the one inside. They would only drink out of that one. He used to sit right about there. Now that we moved it to the shade, they only drink this one. I'm like, come on, the one out there is so cool and in the shade. Why you gotta drink this one? Huh, you guys are crazy. Well, since this one stays in the shade all the time, and they don't really drink at it, I go ahead and clean the bottom off of this one, but I'm probably not gonna dump all of it out. Well, yeah, I will. So I'm gonna go ahead and dump that out. And then put what's left in my bucket, since I'm telling y'all they really don't drink out of this one. You would think they would. It's nice and cool and in the shade, but they now love the inside one. And now that I'm down here, I'm realizing I left the eggs all the way up there. So I'm gonna go grab those and then head inside. So I already got eggs from the other areas. Nutmeg, you can't be in here. I'm sorry, honey. But I do go ahead and check in here as well, just to make sure there's no eggs. And there aren't. So I'm just gonna go grab the 6 or 5, can't remember, they already had, and I'll be done. I would turn the camera around and show you that I'm still alive, but I'm quite sweaty. You probably don't really want to see me on camera, so I'm gonna end it with cute little Nutmeg. Can you say bye to everybody? Can you say, I love you, Rocking Sea fam? Say, I love you, Rocking Sea fam. Say, thanks for watching me grow up. And thanks for supporting my grandma and grandpa. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, sweet girl. All right. Well, thanks for coming along on my afternoon watering. Hope you all have a great day. Bye.